Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We're back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. We got your NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions, as always. 4 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cab made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that on the road to 10,000 subscribers. For all those guys, if you guys can hit the like button for me, comment on the video, hype the video, share the video. It does help me out a lot. So do appreciate you guys as always. Appreciate all of you. I know, man, day in, day out, it's been rough the last week and a half, 2 weeks. But I'm going to be patient, and we're gonna see this through, and we're going to get back on a run. That is what we do here at the channel, and I'm going to stay positive, and we're going to keep plugging away, and we're going to look for our best lines that we can find every day, and just keep going to work. So, like I said, eventually we'll get the bounces to go our way. It has been a rough start to the season, guys, as you guys know. Yesterday, it really was no different. We went 1-2, minus 1.10 units. Only cash of the day was the Orlando Magic money line, which they got that done pretty easily, thankfully there. So we were able to cash that. We missed on Jeremiah Fears over 20.5 PRAs, though. He finishes with 19. That one probably hurt me the most. That was our Straight Fire Faves play of the day. And Zion got ruled out, which is kind of what we were hoping for, and that ended up happening. And he still couldn't hit the over. Played the entire fourth quarter. I don't know, guys. Just couldn't get it done. And put up a good amount of rebounds and assists, just didn't score the ball enough. Thought he'd score a little more. And obviously it was pretty unfortunate we didn't catch that one. LaMelo Ball, over 13.5 RAs. He got relatively close there in the fourth quarter, but got into foul trouble throughout the game. Finished with 5 fouls. I mean, it definitely, whenever he'd start racking them up, he started getting assists, then immediately picked up a foul after. And I'm just like, come on, dude. And then obviously the game got away there in the fourth quarter as well, so he lost minutes because of that. So we just can't get things to go our way. And he was in a good spot, and I still like the play. But when you get in that bad of foul trouble and it ends up turning into a blowout, there's not really a lot you can do, guys. It's just one of those things that's just like, come on, what are we doing? As far as our comic cappers, though, we had Justin McKelvey calling the Bucks Pistons over 223.5. That cashes. Crusader from Friday called Evan Mobley over 32.5 PRAs. I missed that when I was going through my notes. It just didn't pop up for me. So Crusaders had a couple calls a couple days prior that I missed. For whatever reason, his comment wasn't popping up. So Crusader, there you go. Make sure you guys drop the heat, as always, down below in the chat. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick for the day, and we will include your pick in our next video if your pick hits down in the chat, as always. The comic cappers have been carrying us here at the channel. Comic cappers were crazy on Friday night. We just didn't have a ton of call-outs yesterday, but on Friday we had a huge day for the comic cappers. I believe it was Friday. It's either Thursday or Friday. Comic cappers went wild in the chat. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that. There was a lot of good picks down below as well. So let's get after it today, though, guys. Let's get the sweep here in the NBA. Let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we're going right back to the Orlando Magic. Plus 4.5 here on the spread versus the Boston Celtics. Minus 105 odds on Fanatics. So the scenario is a bit stacked against us here. But I'll tell you what, Orlando is 2-0 for us. We've cashed the last 2 here with the Orlando Magic against the Clippers. And obviously last night there versus the Knicks. I think this Magic team is pretty good. Honestly, especially without Paolo. There's a lot of balance right now with this team between Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, all those guys. Now, a couple things. For one, Jalen Suggs is listed as questionable for this game, so we can't necessarily count on him playing. He may play, though. He is listed, like I said, as questionable. The Magic are on a back-to-back and traveling on the road. There's a lot of things that are technically working against us, but I believe they can overcome this for a multitude of reasons. I don't think Boston's that good. The Celtics just aren't that good without Jason Tatum. They're outside the top 10 in both categories, offensively and defensively, as far as offensive and defensive rating. Last 7 games, Celtics are 4-3, 13th in defensive rating, 11th in offensive rating. Very vanilla. Nothing too exciting there. Last 7 games, though, for the Magic. Magic are 6-1. They rank 4th in defensive rating, 9th in offensive rating. And honestly, their depth is pretty solid. If you really look at the guys that come in off the bench, they do a phenomenal job. So even if we're down Suggs today, I still think the Magic here can get this done. They're not going to want to just give this game away. This is a game against the Eastern Conference against Boston, a team that they can be competing for later on in the season, obviously for seeding. So they're going to want to get this win, obviously here today. They're also one of the younger teams in the NBA, which is one of the reasons why I don't worry about them on the back-to-back. They are the 3rd youngest team in the NBA, so I'm not worried about the back-to-back here. Honestly, I think they'll be fine. They're 2-1 against the spread on back-to-backs this season, so they've already shown they can get this done here on back-to-backs, which I love seeing that. Like I said, I just think they're better than the Celtics. I think they win this game straight up, but I will happily take the plus points. Taking the plus points because it is a back-to-back, because, the scenario isn't working for us. But I do think they win tonight as well. I really do. I love the momentum that they're rocking with right now. Desmond Bane's playing terrific. Franz Wagner's been great as well. And this team's gelling really well. So, like I said, hopefully they can get this done for us today. Cash for a 3rd straight time for us. So, love it there for number 1 pick, guys. Going Orlando Magic plus 4.5 here on the spread. Versus the Boston Celtics, minus 105 odds on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, we got Tyrese Maxey, over 11.5 rebounds and assists here for the Philadelphia 76ers. We got plus 105 odds here on Fanatics, risking a unit here. So this is a fantastic matchup for Maxey, and a fantastic situation as well. The Miami Heat ranked 28th in rebounds and assists allowed to point guards. Please stay out of foul trouble. Don't do that to me. Just stay out of foul trouble. Have a relatively close game. Play somewhat of your normal minutes. That's all I ask today. And I think we'll be in line to cash. We don't need nothing crazy to happen here. Without Joel Embiid in the lineup for Tyrese Maxey, which Embiid is out today, once again inactive. He's 5-9 to this line on the season, averaging 12.2 RAs per game. So it's pretty solid there. Averaging 21.5 rebound chances and potential assists without Joel Embiid. Now, if you add in Paul George to that equation, so far in the season, his ops jump up to 22.5 as far as rebounds and assists potential and rebound chances there. So obviously like seeing that so far with Paul George. It's really worked out great as far as that goes. His minutes average is at 43.8 over the last couple games. Usage is at 38.7. You really can't ask for better metrics than that, guys. This dude plays a ton. And he has extremely high usage. He always has the ball in his hands. So obviously love to see that. I don't think it'll be really any different today versus the Heat. Like I said, in a very good matchup for him. Like I said, the usage minutes are crazy high. This is a matchup here, versus the Heat that just tends to give up a lot of rebounds and assists to point guards. I think Maxey's in line to do that. So I'm excited to watch it play out. This is an early start, 1 o'clock game, so just keep that in mind if you guys want to get this bet in. So love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, we got Tyrese Maxey, over 11.5 rebounds and assists here for the 76ers, plus 105 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 3, we're going Donovan Mitchell. 4 rebounds, 5 assists parlay here, or I listed it on the screen as 5 assists and 4 rebounds parlay here. Plus 100 odds on Fanatics. So that's 4 plus and 5 plus, obviously, there. But I love this, guys. Now, I wanted to take just his rebound and assist line. But at 9.5, for one, it's juiced. Extremely juiced at 9.5. 10.5, it is plus money. But if you look at the metrics, this guy lands on 10 quite a bit. But he still hits this parlay. He gets 5 assists on the dot consistently a lot. So I would rather just take the parlay here, where technically we only need 9 rebounds and assists, if it works out right. 4 rebounds and 5 assists. I think he gets both of these things done today, though. And I think he goes probably well above the numbers in this one. Honestly, what's interesting here is I think you could sprinkle on the triple-double. I think you could sprinkle on it. I wouldn't expect it to hit, but I think it could happen. For some reason, I think this could happen. I really do. But he has 8 of his last 9 games actually to this parlay, which I love seeing that. 4 to this parlay with Darius Garland in the lineup. So that's actually really good for him here. 3 of 3 last 3 games versus the Clippers to this parlay. So as far as hit rates, you can't ask for really any better than that. But the scenario is terrific as well. Jarrett Allen's out for the Cavs, which means Mitchell should be helping out with the rebounding a little bit more as well. And the floor should be a little bit more opened up for him because Allen definitely would clog up the middle because he doesn't play out in the perimeter, obviously. So now with, Mitchell definitely should be helping out with the rebounding, especially in this game. In this matchup. And this is a great matchup. Clippers ranked 20th in both assists and rebounds allowed to guards. So just in general, typically, where the weakest is versus the point guard position. But Mitchell plays both. So that's why I say it's kind of hard to quantify his position because obviously he operates with the ball in his hands a ton. And Garland technically is the point guard. But Mitchell, like I said, operates with the basketball in his hands a lot. So they kind of alternate. So I think Garland can end up hitting his over too, but I really like Mitchell because we could trust his minutes, we could trust his usage. He's been doing this stuff all season long. And like I said, for plus value here, I love what we got in store here. So love it there, guys. For number 3 pick, we're going Donovan Mitchell, 4+ rebounds, 5+ assists parlay, plus 100 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, finally at number 4, we got De'Aaron Fox, 12+ rebounds and assists here for the San Antonio Spurs. Plus 115 odds on Fanatics. I'm sure you guys could see what market I love. I love the rebound and assist market. In the past, honestly, it's been one of my favorite markets, and it's one I've done very well with. So, in particular, I'm going to stick with what I love, and I love that we're getting plus value, too. Most of these plays, I think, are plus value today. All the RA plays are plus value, which I love seeing that. But last 4 games for De'Aaron Fox, he's 3 of 4 to this line with logs of 13, 14, 4, and 14. Now, what you love about De'Aaron Fox, first and foremost, is his scenario. No Stephon Castle, no Victor Wembanyama, obviously, which is going to be very ball dominant. We've seen that over the last 4 games. His usage rate has climbed above 30% average. Pretty well above 30% as well. So they like seeing that. Obviously, the ball is going to be in his hands a lot. He should be helping out with the rebounding with Wemby out. Same kind of formula there with Mitchell, the bigs being out there. And this is a pretty solid matchup. The Suns ranked 16th in rebounds and assists allowed to point guards, but I think it's actually a little worse than that. They haven't played a lot of true point guards. If you looked at, like, when you play the Timberwolves, for instance, they don't really have a point guard. Dante DiVincenzo is their point guard, but he's not really a point guard. That would more be like, I would say it's more like Anthony Edwards, which he did fine. So, yeah. So I don't think the Suns are really as good versus true point guards. True point guards have been able to cash. We took Stephon Castle versus this Suns team earlier this season, and he cashed for us there with 12 RAs. So, Fox, though, I think is in even a better position. Now, Castle cashed in that game and got pulled in the 4th because it was a blowout. So he still cashed despite the blowout. So hopefully the game's close. The spread's set to 3, so it should be a close game. I'm a little concerned about the Spurs just because they're without the talent that they are without today. And the Suns have been so good this season. I think the Suns are a bit underrated. But even with that all being said, I think Fox could still get there even in the blowout. Like I said, I think the ball's going to be in his hands so much. He's going to be helping out in the rebounding, and he should have a lot of opportunity. I think he goes well above this number anyway. So I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about this. Like I said, great matchup. If you look how he's done versus the Suns as well, he's 4 of his last 5 versus Phoenix, averaging 15.4 rebounds and assists per game. So, obviously, like I said, the scenario, the matchup really bodes well here for Fox. I think he goes over. So, love it there, guys. For number 4 pick, we got De'Aaron Fox, 12+ rebounds and assists. Here for the San Antonio Spurs, plus 115 odds on Fanatics. And then, guys, for the Sweep Parlay, plus 1978 odds on Fanatics with our profit boost. Because we did make this technically a same-game Parlay X, we're able to use our boost, which is great, 25%. We're risking a tenth of a unit there, guys. Obviously, love this. When we start hitting it big, like today could be a big day for us, and that's obviously what we're hoping. We can make about 6 units or so, which would be fantastic. That would get us really rolling in the right direction. I really believe we can do that. Trust me, guys, I'm still confident in what I do. Just because we've had a bad start to the season, I've been in a similar spot before. I haven't started this bad. But sometimes the luck just goes against you, and there's nothing you can do. It is what it is. Anyway. And then our Straight Fire Faves Streak play of the day is Tyrese Maxey, over 11.5 rebounds and assists. 10 turns into $20.50 today, so I love seeing that. Love the plus value. Again, that is the 1 o'clock start, so make sure you guys get that play in if you intend on taking it. And I'm excited to get rolling here, too. We're 3-7 on our favorite plays of the day. Guys, that's not what we do here at the channel. If you guys have been around us for 3-4 years, you guys know that this is uncharted for us. I will say that now too, because I'm sure you guys are well aware of that, and that's why some of you guys still show up, because hopefully you guys still know that, you know, I am putting in the best work I could put in, and I am doing my best to get us to the window. I do care, and I hate seeing us lose. I do. I really do. Losing when you do stuff like this is like doubly hard, because not only are you losing some of your own money, you're also losing, you know, other people are tailing you and other people are losing taking your picks, which sucks. Like I said, I have no control over the results, right? I can't make these guys go out there and perform and do what they're supposed to do and not play stupid. They get into foul trouble. Like, we've had a bunch of players foul out this week. Jokic fouled out. LaMelo Ball got in foul trouble yesterday. I can't help those things. Unfortunately, those are just things that will happen. Blowout stuff. We had blowout stuff yesterday. We had, you know, we had guys that, you know, whose volume was great yesterday. Fears' volume was actually really good yesterday. He couldn't make layups yesterday. So it's like, come on, dude. Like, what is going on? So, I mean, it's like, do I feel bad about yesterday's plays? No, I thought we had the right reads. I really did. I walked away from the day thinking, dang it, this dude got the volume, the minutes, everything, and he just didn't cash because he didn't like us. I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't like us, but obviously it was not very nice. I did not appreciate it. But it is what it is, guys. Let's lock in today, though, and start today. Let's forget about, honestly, the rest of the season. Let's get it going today. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.